I'm sweating like a hooker in church. And I know. I've seen a hooker in church. Oh. It's warm. It's warm. A little bit. 92, 93. But the humidity is extremely high. It's not so much the temperature. It's the humidity. The dew point. I don't know what the dew point is today. Let's look. .343. Gallon of water's about gone. It was gone yesterday. Humidity 62%. Dew point 67. 67. They say anything over 65 is considered oppressive. Yeah. So it's hot. Alright. Can't stop now. Come with me. We are at the hill. If anybody doesn't know what the hill is, I'll set you up here on top of the walker. If anybody doesn't know what the hill is, go back and look at last year's videos, and there's some further back too. But what the crap. But the hill is the one reason that I keep the walk behind. Well, that's a new one this year, but anyway. It's the only reason I have the walk behind, which is running great, by the way. I've got it fixed. That thing is a champ. It's mowing like a champ, running like a champ. It is just, it's great. It is definitely an awesome mower. But anyway, so this hill has just been a nightmare this year. Everything has. It's been growing like crazy. I mentioned in another video that every 2 to 3 days, usually in the spring, I dump the grass out of my truck. This year I've been dumping it every single day. It has been full. To give you an idea, in the last 3 weeks I've put 123 hours on the Walker MT alone. That's not counting my other mowers. You guys know I've run the crap out of the Great Dane. I use the walk behind like crazy. Probably at least 4 hours, 5 hours every Wednesday. And I've used the new walker, I don't know, about 10 hours. But over 100 hours in the last 3 weeks on just this machine alone. So a lot of grass bagging. But so anyway, this hill, I just went down there with the walk behind, and I mowed the hill. I double cut the hill. That's the crap part about that, when you can't bag that hill, because I can't get on it with nothing else. And to throw a grass catcher on the side of that thing, it's just, you'd have to stop so often. It'd be so much weight pulling to one side, it would just be a pain. But anyway, so I double cut it, and I just took the BR 700, not the 600. Did I take 600? I took the 700, and I blew all the grass down the hill. And then I dropped that all the way down to, like, I've been bagging the bottom part of the landing at 3.5 every week, bagging it. And so today, since I have a little extra time, I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, I took the walk behind down the lower level, and I dropped it to 2 3/4, and I cut it, and it looks like a hayfield. So now I'm gonna go bag it with this. So let's go do that. Okay, this is the hill that you guys have seen before. I know, it doesn't look that steep on camera. We've been over this 100 times, but anyway, it is actually very steep, and you can tell this here looks like a hayfield. And here I am now. One thing I definitely noticed with this, as far as bagging grass goes, if you're bagging it as you're cutting it, I've not found, in all the tons and tons of mowers I've used, I have not found a mower yet that can bag it while cutting it as well as the walker does. That being said, if you cut it down with another mower
like side discharge like I did here, and then go to pick it up with the walker, if the grass is dry, like it was really hot and really sunny, so this dried up really well and this grass is all very dry laying on top, the walker picks it up great. If it was still wet, not so well. The walker just does not shine in that area. Whereas my old Exmark Laser Z with the bagging system, I could hack down anything I want. It could be wet as all get out, and I could run over it with that Exmark Laser Z with the bagger, and it would pick it right up. The Scag Tiger Cat, same thing. It would pick it right up, but the walker just doesn't like to pick up that wet grass when it's all clumpy laying on top of a lawn. If it's clumpy and dry, like I said, no problem, it does great. So I really wanted to get this cut down, and that's what I did. Like I explained already, I chopped it way down. I believe 2.5 or 2 3/4 is what I had cut it at, and then picked it up with this. You'll see in a minute here where I dump it. I dumped all the grass right over the cliff. All the people that live along the edge here, a lot of them mow their own lawn, and that's what they do. So you can kind of see if you look close. When I dump it over the edge, I kick it with my foot to knock it down the cliff a little ways, but so it's not just sitting there in a big pile on the edge. But anyway, so I filled up one time, I filled the walker up with grass, and then when I got done bagging this whole area, I went and dumped it again, and it was only about half full. Now here's the difference. I've been cutting this every week down to 3.5 inches and bagging it while I'm cutting it. And to do this open area, I would dump that hopper 4 times. Usually 4 to 5 times. That's how much the grass is growing. Now it's a 10 bushel hopper, 9.5, whatever they are. So it's a lot of grass. When you cut it down with something else and then bag it like I did here, I filled it 1.5 times. So you're picking up a lot less grass. You can go a lot further, but just to give you an idea. So you can see me kicking it right there, kicking it down over the cliff. But it gives you an idea. So I was able to cut it down a lot shorter and only have to stop twice to dump the bagger or the hopper out. One time definitely. The other time was just because it was half full. I got somewhere to dump on site. Might as well dump it versus taking it with me. Now, Lord knows I've been bagging enough grass and taking enough with me off of lawns this year. So, anyway, I do apologize for that upside down part. There were some things in there I wanted to share. Otherwise, I would have just deleted that part right out of the video. For those of you that stuck through it and would bear with me, you got to hear what I wanted to say. I have no idea why I record upside down, because I had the camera in the mount, and I picked it up from there, walked with it, set it exactly the same on top of the hopper of the walker and filmed, and then picked it up off of there and brought it down here and set it up exactly the same. Didn't take it out of the mount, nothing, and turned it on and off each time I started recording. And these other 2 sections turned out perfectly fine. So I have no idea why I did that, but I know there's a setting on the camera to change it. I did not change it, so yeah, really don't know. I have no idea. Maybe my camera's taking a crap. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you guys in this one. Thanks for watching, and I know it's been a while since I put out a video, and I'm really trying, but it's just been difficult. You guys know me. Sometimes it'll go a week without a video, then you'll get 2 or 3 in a row. So who knows? You may get another one tomorrow.
Keep on fighting, living, loving. Make your mind up. If you want it, take it, fly away, soaring high above the clouds. Hear the voices calling out. Oh, you want love. Crash and burn, I found myself beneath the emptiness. Make your mind up. Wanting more, I let it go. Holding on to love. Breaking through, I feel alive. For once in my life, I'ma live by the want to be all I can. Let and burn.
It is hot, hot, hot. I've already said that. Guys, it's almost on the gag. Anyway. I haven't made a video in like a week and a half or something. I've been so busy. Swamp, which is good. But like I said, it is hotter than hell. But this ain't nothing yet. It's gonna get much hotter before it gets cooler. And I'm alright with that. I'd rather deal with the extreme heat than push snow, be in the cold. I don't know. So I'm not going to complain about the heat. It is definitely hot. You will hear me comment on it, but I'm not going to bitch, whine, and complain about it because I will take it. I would much rather have the hot and all this like extreme heat than cold and snow. So hot days are upon us. Here's my prediction for the season. We are going to have an extremely hot summer. In my area anyway, I know that to be a fact because the last 2 weeks have already had temperatures, the temperatures that we have had, almost every day it's been anywhere from 10 to 14 degrees higher than average, higher than normal, according to the weatherman, who's always right. But anyway, I believe he is correct about this because I don't ever remember it being this hot this time of year. So, I mean, we get some hot days, but nothing like the way it's been. So, it is, it's going to be a hot summer. If it's already getting this hot, definitely going to be a hot summer. So, we will see what happens. But that will be the end of this video. I have to go get, what time is it? It is 4:17. I have to go get gas in this truck because it's almost out. All 3 of my gas cans are empty. Good thing both mowers were, well, I had 1 gas can full, but the Ferris and the Walker were both full of gas this morning. When I left, I got to my first property and I realized it. And so I burnt the full tank of fuel out of the Walker and then I filled it up again. Now that can is empty, so I have no gas in any of my 3 cans. And I have a little under a quarter of a tank in the truck. So it's time to go get some gas. So I'm ready to go for tomorrow. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna get rid of the Ferris, and I'm probably gonna throw the Great Dane on, so I'll have the Great Dane and the Walker MT, which are the 2 that I need for tomorrow. I've been trying not to use the Walker B, trying to keep it clean. My parts should be in soon, hopefully, and I can get it over to the dealer and they can put the height adjustment kit on it. And then that way, I'm trying to figure out what these people are doing here at the gas station. That way I don't have to, I'm not taking them a dirty, nasty mower. So anyway, that's going to end today's